Today is all about giving you 3 different recipes at 3 different price points of dishes that you can serve during your holiday feasts. And today's theme, seafood. The idea for the show is to give you kind of like what that main course could look like, to which you would add different sides or salads or things that you just love cooking in general. These kind of like centerpieces just look really pretty and are really tasty, in my opinion, regardless of how much they cost, because even the cheaper one is really tasty and would make people extremely happy. And today's video is brought to you by Maggi Magic Sarap. We are making Christmas magical with Maggi. This just gives our dishes so much flavor really quickly. So if you're like me and you're kind of running around like a headless chicken most of these holidays because you have to buy presents, you have to handle things for the company and your work, you have to take care of your child and your wife. There's lots of things going on, so the last thing you want to do is stress in the kitchen. And by adding an ingredient like magic syrup to your dishes, it just gives you all that flavor that you want much quicker, so it makes your life so much better in the kitchen. For our bangus, all you want to do first is kind of tap it dry, and then we're going to go ahead and dredge it with some flour before frying it. Now, before anyone gets really pissed, I'm talking to you, Pampanga. This is not sisig in its traditional form as you guys know it. Obviously, sisig comes from the verb sisigan, which means to make sour. But let's move forward. Now we're going to use the term sisig just in its context of to make something sour in a similar format. So we are using bangus, yes, not traditional, and we are going to use mayonnaise, yes, not traditional. So if someone says we're making an untraditional sisig, flour, both sides, and we'll do them one by one. Hot pan, oil, we fry both sides. About 2-3 minutes per side, and you should be good to go. Once it gets warm enough to the touch, we're gonna go ahead and just scrape off all the meat. Make sure to get that belly as well. Add back some oil to your pan, and you can fry off bits and pieces of our skin. Pretty much good to go. So we have our bangus, we have our cast iron skillet. I'm actually gonna use a little bit of our annatto oil here. So that we're gonna add our bangus, a little bit of mayonnaise, mix that in, add in some of our ginger, garlic, and onion, some of our magic syrup, really give it all that beautiful fatty flavor. Calamansi juice, black pepper, and a splash of distilled vinegar. Dry that out a little bit, and then you're good to go. Let's give this a try. This looks so good. It's decadent, sour, it's flavorful, and it just shows you with some ingredients that we really love and that are really easily available. You can make something that looks really special and pretty, and it's tasty. If I had boneless sisig on my holiday spread, I'd be really happy. You can always add a little kick with some liquid seasonings. I'm using some Maggi Savour here. That really completes the dish. And so much flavor in such a small amount of time. The next one I want to do is in the middle budget bracket using some Vietnamese shrimp. Those are very, very popular in the Philippines and quite easy to find. And depending when you get it and from where you get it, it can actually be quite affordable. That's why we're putting it in the mid-budget. So we're gonna be doing like a Thai-style shrimp cake. It's not exactly Thai, but what I like about it, it uses ingredients that are very accessible in the Philippines and that you can find them. So the first thing we're gonna do is our quote-unquote curry paste with some red onions. We have some ginger in there. I'm gonna put some red chilies. You want this to be nice and spicy. curry powder, fish sauce. We have some magic syrup just to give us that beautiful umami flavor that we all love. Some brown sugar, tomato paste, and a bit of oil to bring it all together. We're looking for a nice homogeneous paste, and once you're there, we're gonna go ahead and transfer it into a pan. This already has oil in it, so you don't have to add any more. We're just gonna dry it out a little bit. While that's cooking down, we can go ahead and prep the other ingredients that we'll need. So we're gonna have to chop up some shrimp. So you can add this to your food processor if you want as well, or you can do it by hand. We're gonna mix your basil with our egg. Add in sparing amounts of your curry paste and then your binder with your flour. For our sauce, just some mayonnaise. You can mix that with some of your leftover red curry paste, as well as some sweet chili sauce. These look absolutely delicious. You can serve them with tons of herbs to make them look even more festive, like some really crunchy cilantro, some nice crunchy lettuce as well, so you can kind of wrap it, or you can have it just like this with a couple of sprigs of basil, just to kind of liven up the mouth a little bit. So I'm gonna grab my shrimp cake. That looks good. Those pops of shrimp are so key. Like Mr. Martin Neresma said it, shrimp are the little pearls of the sea, because that's what it feels like. And it's good. Man, this is delicious. It's crunchy, has so much texture and tons of flavor. Perfect addition to your Christmas table. This recipe is both the most time-consuming, annoying to make, and probably the most expensive out of everything that we made today, but having crab on your spread is just something that feels really special. So if you can swing it, go for it. So we're just gonna boil these very quickly. So we're just gonna remove the meat, and then we're gonna use the shells to make our beautiful Tortang Alimasag. Toss in about a cup of crab meat with the spring onions. You make your omelet base, 4 eggs, crab fat, garlic, and grate that so it's nice and funky. Add in some of that magic. Your crab goes in. Slowly start mixing in both your cornstarch and your all-purpose flour. Next up, we're gonna make like a quick salted egg mayo to serve our crab with, and then we're also gonna make a green mango slaw. I'm gonna take mostly the yolk, but you can also get some of the white with it. White sugar, mash all that together. Mayonnaise, grated garlic. We're gonna go ahead and chop in some basil. Set that aside. Now we're gonna work on our slaw. So we're gonna make a quick little dressing, some brown sugar, mix in some good quality coconut vinegar, and chilies, grated garlic, grated ginger, green mango, add in your salt, and that's just a nice kind of like bright slaw to serve with the crab. This looks really good. Oh yes. Get that into our salted egg mayo. That is so tasty. That mayo really just brings everything together. Yeah.